What if you could upgrade your baby's brain before they were even born? This isn't science fiction, it's brand new science. Researchers recently took over 1,200 pregnant moms and ran a fascinating experiment. They discovered two specific methods that gave babies a measurable cognitive edge. Today, we're going to break down exactly what they did and how you can apply this science yourself. Here's the setup. Scientists in Spain gathered 1,221 pregnant women and split them into three groups. Group 1 was put on a Mediterranean diet. Group 2 was enrolled in a stress reduction program. And Group 3, the control group, just got the usual standard care. For the diet group, the scientists literally gave them free extra virgin olive oil and walnuts every single month to see what would happen. 2 years later, they followed up with all the children. The big question: did any of this actually work? The first major breakthrough from the study is a powerful lesson in perspective. Forget about finding one single magic bullet for brain development. We are so often conditioned to look for that one pill or that one superfood that will solve all our problems. But this research proves that when it comes to building a better brain, that's simply not how it works. The real secret isn't a single ingredient, but the powerful synergy of a complete, nutrient-rich diet. Think of your diet like a world-class symphony orchestra. One brilliant violinist is wonderful to hear, but the breathtaking power of the music comes from every single instrument playing together in perfect harmony. The strings, the woodwinds, the brass, and the percussion all contribute to the masterpiece. The same is true for your baby's developing brain. It requires a complex array of vitamins, minerals, healthy fats, and antioxidants, all working in concert. The mothers who followed the Mediterranean diet weren't just taking a fish oil supplement. They were embracing an entire system of eating. And as a result, their children showed significantly higher cognitive scores 2 years down the line. This proves that the most powerful approach is a holistic one. It's about creating an overall environment of nourishment, where the sum is far greater than its parts. You're not just providing one type of brick, you're providing all the materials needed to build a strong and resilient cognitive architecture from the ground up. So, within that beautiful dietary orchestra, who were the first-chair all-star players? The study singled out two key foods for a reason: extra virgin olive oil and walnuts. The researchers didn't just recommend them. They handed out liters of premium olive oil and bags of walnuts to the participants every single month, ensuring a steady, uninterrupted supply. Why this specific combination? Because they provide two different but equally critical functions. Extra virgin olive oil is loaded with potent antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds like polyphenols. You can think of these compounds as a team of highly trained bodyguards for the baby's incredibly delicate, developing brain. Throughout pregnancy, the brain is vulnerable to oxidative stress and inflammation, which can act like static on the line, disrupting the intricate process of neural wiring. The compounds in high-quality olive oil help neutralize these threats, creating a safe and protected space for growth. Then you have walnuts, which are a powerhouse of omega-3 fatty acids, particularly ALA, which the body converts to DHA. If olive oil provides the security, omega-3s provide the literal building blocks. These fats are the bricks and mortar used to construct the brain and retina. They are a primary structural component of neural cell membranes, the very foundation of the brain's communication network. By providing a constant pipeline of these essential materials, the mothers in the study ensured their babies had a direct, high-quality supply line for building the most complex structure in the known universe. This is a major reason those kids showed such a huge developmental advantage. They were built with premium materials from day one. Let's be honest, knowing what to do is one thing, but actually doing it, day in and day out, is the real challenge. Changing your entire eating pattern, especially during pregnancy with all its fatigue, cravings, and hormonal shifts, can feel completely overwhelming. So how did the researchers get hundreds of expectant mothers to successfully stick to a Mediterranean diet? they gave them a cheat code, a powerful system that made the healthy choice the easy choice. Participants in the diet group weren't just given a pamphlet and a pat on the back. They received structured, weekly meal plans, a variety of delicious and easy-to-follow menus, and even pre-made shopping lists. This brilliant move completely removed the guesswork and, more importantly, the decision fatigue that so often sabotages our best intentions. When you're tired and hungry, the last thing you have the mental energy for is to research recipes and figure out a healthy meal. This system bypassed that problem entirely. It's like having a nutritional GPS. Instead of fumbling with a giant, confusing map of conflicting dietary advice, you get simple, turn-by-turn directions to your destination. The lesson here is profound and applies far beyond nutrition. A good system will always beat raw willpower. Willpower is a finite resource that can be depleted, but a solid plan works even on your toughest days. By making the path of least resistance the path of greatest benefit, the researchers turned the desire to eat healthy into an achievable, sustainable reality. Here is where the study delivers a stunning revelation. Building a better brain isn't just about the physical building blocks you provide. It's also about the emotional environment in which that brain is built. Remember that second group of moms? They didn't change their diet at all. Instead, they were enrolled in an 8-week, mindfulness-based stress reduction program, specifically tailored for pregnancy. This wasn't just about sitting in a quiet room and meditating. The program had a clear goal. It was designed to dramatically slash stress levels and, crucially, to help the mother build a stronger, more conscious connection with her unborn baby. The results were nothing short of staggering. 2 years later, their children scored significantly higher in key areas of social and emotional development. The very skills needed for regulating emotions, handling frustration, and building healthy, loving relationships. This provides powerful evidence for a concept experts call the fetal programming of emotion. It suggests that a mother's chronic stress level creates the emotional weather that a baby develops in. A constant internal storm of stress hormones like cortisol signals to the fetus that the outside world is a dangerous, threatening place. In contrast, a calm, regulated internal environment signals that the world is safe, allowing the brain to dedicate its resources to developing higher-order pathways for empathy, connection, and emotional resilience. A calm mother helps build a calmer, more resilient child. The stress reduction program wasn't just a mental exercise, it was a physical one too. A key component of the intervention was incorporating gentle, pregnancy-safe yoga and other forms of light, mindful movement. Why is this so important? Because it brilliantly addresses the powerful, often inseparable link between the mind and the body. When you find yourself stuck in a mental loop of worry, anxiety, or what-if scenarios, trying to think your way out of it can sometimes make it worse. However, intentionally moving your body is like hitting a physiological reset button. The goal of this mindful movement was to help moms step out of their anxious thoughts and get back into their bodies, focusing on the physical sensations of a gentle stretch or the simple rhythm of breathing. This simple act serves a critical biological purpose. It helps interrupt the constant flow of stress hormones, like cortisol, that can cross the placental barrier and directly affect the baby. When you're stressed, your body is in a state of fight or flight. Gentle movement helps activate the opposite system, the rest and digest parasympathetic nervous system. This not only makes you feel calmer, but it physically changes your body's chemistry. It can help your body metabolize and clear out excess stress hormones while also releasing feel-good endorphins. By physically interrupting the stress cycle, these mothers were actively protecting their babies from a volatile hormonal environment, instead providing a more stable, supportive, and peaceful atmosphere to grow in. So far, we focused on what to add to your routine, but the science is equally clear about what you must actively remove. If there is one nutritional villain to banish from your diet during pregnancy, It is artificial trans fat. You can become a detective and spot this harmful ingredient on a food's nutrition label by looking for its primary alias, partially hydrogenated oils. It's a cheap, shelf-stable fat that lurks in a shocking number of common foods. Many fried foods, processed snacks, commercial baked goods like pastries and cookies, microwave popcorn, and some coffee creamers. The science on why this is so detrimental is terrifyingly clear and easy to understand. Your baby's brain is made of over 60% fat, and it desperately needs high-quality, flexible fats like the omega-3s found in walnuts and fish to build healthy brain cell membranes. Artificial trans fats are like a counterfeit building material. They are rigid and malformed. If the body doesn't have enough of the good fats, it might mistakenly incorporate these faulty trans fats into the structure of the baby's developing brain cells. Think of it like trying to build a supercomputer with faulty, brittle wiring. These dysfunctional cells can impair communication between neurons, slowing down the brain's processing speed. This cellular disruption is directly linked to lower developmental scores in children, especially in complex cognitive domains like language and social skills, which require rapid and efficient neural signaling. The easiest and most impactful win here is to become a vigilant label detective. If you see the words partially hydrogenated, just put the product back on the shelf. If we zoom out from the individual data points of this incredible study, a profound and empowering big-picture lesson emerges. A mother's emotional state is not just a feeling, it's a biological environment. Your feelings of stress, anxiety, or joy are not contained within your mind. They trigger real, physical changes throughout your body, a cascade of hormones and neurotransmitters that creates the internal world your baby lives in for 9 months. Your baby is along for that entire ride. For centuries, the emotional experience of a pregnant woman was often dismissed as a secondary concern. This study proves, with scientific rigor, that a mother's emotional well-being is a primary factor in a child's healthy development. It demonstrated that you have the power to consciously shape that internal environment for the better. The mothers in the mindfulness group gave their children a measurable, lasting advantage in life, simply by learning to better manage their own stress. This reframes the entire concept of self-care during pregnancy. Taking care of your emotional needs is not selfish, indulgent, or a luxury to be enjoyed only if you have extra time. It is a fundamental, non-negotiable part of taking care of your baby. Scheduling a therapy session, taking a quiet walk in nature, practicing meditation, or even just protecting your time and energy from draining situations is a direct investment in your child's future. Remember this powerful truth: self-care is baby care. It's one of the most important ways you nurture the person your child is becoming. So, what was the single secret ingredient that amplified the power of both the Mediterranean diet and the mindfulness program? It's a beautifully simple, yet profoundly important concept: consistency. The researchers didn't just check in once. They provided support month after month, encouraging a steady, daily commitment. The most significant benefits were seen in the mothers who stuck with the program day in and day out, integrating these practices into their lives. Eating one healthy Mediterranean-style meal is a great start. Meditating once when you feel stressed is nice. But the real transformative power comes from repetition. Think of it this way: a single drop of rain has little effect, but a steady, consistent rainfall is what allows a forest to grow. This steady commitment creates a constant, nurturing environment for your baby, a non-stop stream of brain-building nutrients, and a reliable shield against the damaging effects of stress. This is critical because your baby's brain is under construction 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It thrives on predictability. A sporadic, on-again, off-again approach creates an unpredictable environment, while consistency creates a stable one. This is not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. You might have a stressful day. You might eat a meal that isn't on the plan. That's okay. The key is to come back to the routine the very next day. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and it's the overall pattern that matters. This steady, daily commitment is what turns a good idea into a biological reality. building a cumulative advantage for your baby with each passing day. So, it all boils down to two powerful pillars from this study. First, nourish your body with a Mediterranean-style diet. Second, nurture your mind by actively managing stress. These aren't just small tweaks. They are two of the most powerful levers you can pull to support your baby's brain development. If you found this research as inspiring as I do, please like and subscribe for more science-backed insights. And I'd love to hear from you. Comment below with one small, healthy change you're inspired to make after watching this.